Thanks. I'm Amanda Robinson. I teach 6th grade at Millard School. I've taught for 11 years, and in those 11 years I've had 6th grade writing, reading, and language arts, and my students do not like to write. You know, you give them a question, you ask them for a sentence answer written. No, that's pushing it, you know. They'd rather video record themselves answering a question. They don't want to write. So what I did was my grant will cover StoryBoard that. If you haven't seen it, I think I have 100 student accounts plus my own, and each one of my kids can go on. It's basically like creating a graphic novel. They can click and drag their scenes, put their characters in. It can be speech bubbles, it can be thought bubbles, it can be text. I use it also with my responses to my reading. If we're comparing characters throughout the story, they can click and drag and put their characters in the situations. My social studies teacher also uses the student accounts with her kids, so it's cross-curricular. I also have GoAnimate, and right now we are in the middle of 6th graders doing the entrepreneurial project. So yesterday and today my kids are actually online creating commercials for their product that they want to sell on Friday, because GoAnimate creates different cartoons, and right now I just have my kids using the templates to get started, get them used to it. They type in their own text, so it has to be grammatically correct or else it's going to sound ridiculous when their characters speak. We also purchased Osmos, and what that is an application for your iPad. It's a connector to your iPad, and for my kids we're using it in the masterpiece mode, which is drawing. And that is for our virtual art gallery Legends and Leaders project. It's a biography sketch. So my students are able to take pictures of the people who they are doing, and then they're actually able to sketch them because it will project the image onto their paper, and they can actually do it following grid lines instead of having to freehand everything. Osmo. O-S-M-O. When you look it up as, I think, playosmo.com. But that's also good for younger ones. I have 2 little ones at home, and it has a tangrams for younger kids. It's got phonics, and they all come with it. And the masterpiece part of it is free. It's just an app that you add onto the iPad, and then they clip this little, I believe they're orange clips to the top, and it does the projection. So all of our stuff is in the works. My POs have gone down. I'm just waiting for these companies to upload all of my student lists, except for GoAnimate already has them in, and my kids are already loving it. I actually logged on last night just to check, and I had 5 students at home working on their commercials at that time, and I could see it, and I could review it and send it back to them. So it's just using their writing skills a little bit more interesting. So that's all. Any questions? Yeah.
How much is the initial setup
for the Osmo?
Well, no, we've gotten some of those from the grant.
Okay.
But the StoryBoard that and
Well, okay, StoryBoard that, I want to say for 100 student accounts in my account, it was $205. And my kids use their accounts for all their classes. I just set up by homeroom, and then, you know, we can go in and I can pull them all up and give them to my social studies teacher when she needs them, or even our math.
Do you print them off?
I do. I did get a color printer. I've been using my own personal color printer and running through my ink like crazy. So, but I'd rather the kids see their work in color than to do it in black and white. On my poster down there, it's on this wall. Some of my kids did a retelling of Arachne, the Greek myth, and they had to hit all 5 plot elements. And so they only had 6 squares, 1 to be my title, and then 5 to describe the story following the plot elements. And it just looks like a comic. They're really quite neat, and they have to be creative. There's tons of images, but then you can also drag and pull some from the internet as well.
I'll testify on that one. StoryBoard, that's awesome.
It's fantastic.
And you can get a 30-day free trial on that one.
Yeah.
I did that. Let's go in, maybe about the same price.
I want to say so. One of them was $90 and one was $205. Yeah, and then I have Glogster as well, which I'm sure all of you have seen that. It's basically just your multimedia poster board instead of having the posters, so. But they were all right in between 90 to 200 for those. And you can, if you're paying for it yourself, you can do like the monthly thing and it's only like $10. I originally had that and I said, okay, I'm done paying for it and I'll put it in my grant this time, so. But that's it for me.